Hey, just how would you describe playing 4 games last year and just sort of how the season was for you?
I mean, it was awesome getting the first 4-game experience and all that. Definitely wanted a little more than that, but with COVID, the season was ran short. I mean, yeah, it was awesome just getting the first experience out there with the guys. It's one thing in practice, you're doing everything to get ready for the game, and Coach Lake and all of them, they do a really good job of getting us in the right situations in practice. So when you get to the game, I mean, that stuff seems easy. And so I think just now we'll have a regular season, the full games and all that. I mean, I think the team's going to be really hungry, getting those 4 games too, and then missing those last potential 2 and all that, the Pac-12 championship. Left a kind of sick taste in our mouth. So we're ready to go for a full season and try to get that Pac-12 championship.
What was your offseason like, just having a full offseason, just getting a little bit back to normal?
I mean, yeah, it was great. Actually being able to be here and not at home, trying to do workouts at home, which is a little weird. Just being here around the coaches all the time, just always up in Coach Donovan's office watching film, always trying to soak something in. As an offense, the receivers, tight ends, running backs, I mean, we worked 3 days a week on all of our routes, just building some chemistry. And so I think we're really starting to gel as an offense with having a full off season. That helps. So,
Dylan, we didn't get the chance to talk to you last year. Can you just kind of walk us through the day when you found out that you were named the starter, how it happened, who'd you call, and just how things changed for you after that day?
It was about a week before the game, and they told me they're going to go with me first, and I mean, it's a blessing for me. I've been dreaming of being a Husky quarterback my whole life. My grandpa was a season ticket holder. My mom went to games, and it was just a really surreal moment that I was gonna be able to go out in the purple and gold and play some football. And I called my parents. They were driving to the grocery store or something. I was just like, "You guys ready to watch me play?" And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be going out there first." And I think they had some tears shed, and I just thanked them for all they did for me, because without them, I wouldn't be in that position. I mean, yeah, and then from there, it was all game on. Just had to get prepared for that game. Was up with Coach Donovan, Peyton McCollum too, and just breaking down some film, just getting ready for that game.
How do you view yourself as a Husky quarterback? Because I know you came in with pretty good credentials, but you're maybe a little bit shorter than the 6'3", 6'4", Eason or Steve Pullor, those kind of quarterbacks. Sam Huard comes in with a 5-star, big-time national ranking. How do you view yourself? Kind of like an underdog, a scrappy guy? How does that work?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess being a shorter guy, I've always had that mentality of being an underdog guy, but I mean, that doesn't be quarterback. You can be 6'4", 6 foot, 5'5", doesn't matter. You got to know what you're doing and be able to deliver the ball. And I mean, I just pride myself on that, trying to be a gym rat, just trying to learn something. And I mean, the coaches here have helped me develop into that and just be able to become the best player I can be.
It probably was surreal, like you finally, like you said, you grew up watching UW games, and then you make your first start, and it's in an empty stadium, obviously. Mm-hmm. How much have you thought about what September 4th is going to feel like with it, pulled back up again?
I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I got a little taste of fans in the stand my first spring coming in early. I know it's not a full crowd going against a different opponent, but I'm really excited. I mean, I don't think it'll change that much because, when you're out on the field, you got to still do your job, whatever. And I'm just really excited to have that energy from the crowd, on some of those big plays. I mean, I wish they were there for that Utah game. That place would have been jumping. So I'm excited for those type of moments when we can have those big plays, we can feed off the crowd. I think it'll be really exciting.
Obviously, last year was such a small sample size. How much more is there to this offense that people haven't seen?
There's a lot more. I mean, I'm really excited. Just another year for us being in this system, learning it. I mean, if you think about it, we weren't here in the stadium learning the offense. We were on Zoom, which was really difficult. We'd have some long Zoom meetings trying to install something, trying to learn something over Zoom. It's like glitching and stuff, so sometimes you can't even see the film. And I think just another year, we're in here together, like I said, in the off season, building chemistry, just working on our plays, rep after rep. I think it's going to be really exciting for this offense. We got a ton of weapons. We're really deep in the running back room, really deep in the tight end room. Got a lot of really talented receivers. And I think it's going to be really fun just to go out there and ball. I mean, it's going to be really tough for defense, I think, to stop us because we can do so many things. We can run the ball when we want to. We can expand some defenses and throw it when we want to. And I think just as we go through a full season, we're just going to keep getting better and better every week, and it's going to be really exciting.
How's the relationship with Coach Donovan just grown over time since he's been here?
I mean, it's grown a lot. Like I said, I'm always up there watching film, just always talking to him. We were watching film. We had all these player-ran practices that he scripts for us, so we're going up there. I'm just getting it all down so I can go out there and be like a second coach because the coaches aren't out there. I mean, we're just always talking, not even about football too, just about life, whatever, sharing stories, just building a relationship, which I think it's really important. And I'm just really grateful for that, being able to be in the stadium with them and not talking over Zoom. So.
Coach Donovan talked about how you've gone from maybe being a little methodical, just doing all the things that you're asked to do and doing them kind of book-like, to being more of a free-flow quarterback now. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think that just comes with more experience in the offense and understanding the system. And, like you said, being more methodical, that comes from going from one read to my second read to my third read, just boom, boom, boom. And I think now understanding the offense, I got a little more knowledge of it where I can go find an alert backside or something, a certain look, I can, give some guy a route. I don't have to go through the whole 1, 2, 3 progression. And I think just growing in the offense, that with time that comes. So.
Coach Lake and Coach Donovan both talked about how important in this offense it is for the quarterback to be able to check stuff at the line and know when to get in and out of a run and that sort of thing. Does that come naturally to you? What was it like just kind of learning all those keys?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that goes back to Little League and high school. At Graham Capelson, the type of offense we run is pro style. And, I ran the same playbook from third grade to high school. So I was getting really good at just understanding run concepts. And then once I got to high school, I was making run checks. Not as complex as this, but, once I got here, it was kind of came a little more natural to me because I had a background with that in high school. And then just for me, I'm always around the linemen, learning what they're seeing too, because that helps me. If I'm able to see the same thing they can and be able to check the run to get us in the right play and know that they can block it, it just helps.
What was your reaction when you saw Jimmy's run the damn ball hat?
I love it. I mean, we're winning games. It doesn't matter. I'm not a stat guy. I don't care if I throw it 2 times or 40. If we're running the ball and when we're running the ball, we're getting 7, 8 yards a carry. Let's keep doing it. It doesn't matter to me.
The Utah comeback, obviously nobody in the stadium, but what was the adrenaline like, after scoring that touchdown? And I know that you did kind of the ice in my veins type of a thing.
Yeah.
What was that moment like, and what were you feeling after that?
I mean, it was crazy. Like I said, Coach Lake does a really good job of, we call them special cats. We get these special categories or situations that we do. I mean, we probably did that situation 20, 30 times in practice before it even happened. So it really comes to just visualizing in practice. And like I said, when you get to the game and you're doing it, it's just you're going down the field. It was just pitch and catch for us. And after that touchdown, I mean, it was wild. You could just feel the energy on the sideline because in a situation like that, when we got no crowd, it's all us, and we have to bring our own energy. And I think we did a really good job of that, and it's going to carry over even when we have fans, and I think it's just going to be really exciting.
Improvements have you seen from Jalen McMillan and Roma Dunze from last year to this year?
Yeah, it's just another year that they're getting older, another year in the offense. They're understanding, where they got to align on certain routes, how they're going to set guys up, and like I said, like TB was saying, they got 10,000 catches in the offseason, which is a lot. I was always throwing to them. Like I said, we threw 3 times a week. We were always watching film together, breaking stuff down. We did some things where I would explain to them how I'm seeing a certain play, and then I want to hear how they're seeing it too, so we can get that same connection. Because I think once people be able to think on the same page, it's just going to click even faster for us on the field. And both those guys, I mean, they're really good. You guys can see that. Rome and Jalen, they're both big, strong, fast guys that catch the ball. So I'm really excited for them, these next steps they're going to take throughout camp and leading into the season. I think it's going to be really exciting to watch.
What's your relationship with KDOT like, and how has that kind of developed in the time you guys have been here?
Yeah, I mean, me and Cade, we got a pretty good relationship where he's all reliable. Anytime something's going bad, I just find 87. And that's just not from just on the field. We're comfortable off the field. We're good friends. We're always talking, joking. He's around the O-line a lot too. We're always throwing. He's always down to catch if I need to throw. And I think just he just brings so many things to the table between the run game and the pass game. He's a different type of tight end. So, I mean, of course, I'm going to have a relationship with that guy.
As a quarterback, do you feel blessed to have the biggest line in Husky history and all 5 starters back? I think quarterbacks probably would kill for something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, our O-line, even just between the 5 guys that are playing, but the 2 deeps, 3 deeps, I mean, we're really deep in that room, and they're all really good, they're all really big, and I'm just really thankful, too. I mean, I think the only sack recorded last year was for me running out of bounds, so those guys, they give me plenty of time. Like I said, we're always on the same page of seeing the same things, so they can check stuff, and I know exactly where they're going, or I can see blitzes and check it, too. And just having a relationship with those guys, it's awesome. They're all super good dudes, and I mean, just having that towering O-line, you can just fall back on the run game, pass game. I'm gonna be able to sit back there comfortably and find some targets to throw to.
Where do you feel you get your cerebral nature from? Your approach to the game, where do you feel that comes from?
I think it's just I'm always wanting to get better and always wanting to watch more film. I can't watch enough, and I don't know if I had my cerebral nature to begin with. I think it's just built over time of just wanting to watch film, wanting to be a good football player. It just comes from watching guys growing up. Drew Brees. We have a similar stature, but that guy was a surgeon on the field, and I want to model myself like that. So I mean, just a drive to always watch more film and get better.
All right. Let's go ahead and get Bill Nutter to get Kate up in front. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill.